Hello. We are anonymous. A very interesting film has come across us and it is imperative that all watch this video. The makers of this video have been threatened by the CIA because they have uncovered certain truths relating to the World Trade Center attacks. These brave filmmakers, Ray Novosilsky and John Duffy, have possibly uncovered the truth of the collapse of World Trade Center 7, and this is extremely important because if their research is true, it will finally prove that our government killed its own citizens. This video is called 9/11 Press for Truth. Remember, the CIA was one of the many tenants that occupied WTC-7 as well as the Secret Service and the IRS. The only reason WTC-7 would have been destroyed is because it would have probably contained information regarding these attacks and evidence of the involvement of the CIA in a false flag attack. Remember, war is profitable. As far as the research shows, these ideas are made clear. Osama bin Laden was made to escape time and time again so the war on terror could be dragged out. The rise of security in this country was also another vehicle for profit. The longer the war dragged on, the more profit could be made. The true reason that the World Trade Center was destroyed was to begin a major war so that those involved can make money. Larry Silverstein was insured for all of the WTC buildings as well, and with the destruction of Building 7 was guaranteed to be paid out billions of dollars in insurance premiums. He signed a 99-year lease deal 6 weeks prior to the attacks, so as far as anyone knows, Silverstein was probably part of this money-making plot. He was quoted saying, "Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it." The term pull it means to bring the building down. We all see the effects of George Bush's war because we are losing our homes, jobs, healthcare and everything we have all worked hard for. The government essentially wants us all to be reminded why we need them, and they continue to show how much they want to maintain their control as lobbyists and Republicans time and time again slam the door on every proposal President Obama makes. These people do not want you to be intelligent or live good lives because there is no profit. Remember, before 9/11, Americans were thriving and had no real use for the government thanks to the Clinton administration. The orchestration of the agenda began with the miscounting of votes and Al Gore losing the campaign to Governor George Bush, who was eventually placed in command. Once this chess piece was moved, the agenda began. 9/11 was simply an act of profit and one piece of how guilty the previous administration was responsible for what has happened to this country now. Osama bin Laden was captured and killed because the Bush administration was no longer present to maneuver him around or protect him any longer. The money was made. The people of this country were left to pay the bills of all the battles that were fought since Bush and his conspirator friends took an advance on their profits, and all of those dead American citizens were fighting the war for someone else to make money off of their suffering. Of course, the one thing that would start all of this, the well-organized terror attacks on us. Your government had seen you were happy, they seen you were prospering, living longer and enjoying your lives, but decided you aren't worth it and don't deserve it. They went through all of this trouble to remind you that you need them. Period. This is the same reason why we still do not have clean energy, because without the use of oil and gasoline, then why would oil companies need to exist? And when they are threatened by solar power or self-generating energy, they go through great lengths to make sure you need oil and never let alternatives see the light of day. The Bush administration was responsible for 9/11, and if these brave filmmakers expose those responsible, they should be celebrated as national heroes and the true overthrow of this government should commence. The people of this country are not expendable tools for the gain of profit. Our lives have meaning. September 17th on Wall Street is just the beginning. Ask questions, be informed, educate yourselves. Dig deep. Share information with those who will listen, and together we can expose this government for the criminals they truly are. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
I remember getting a call from the fire department commander telling me that they were not sure they were going to be able to contain the fire. I said, we've had such terrible loss of life. Maybe the smartest thing to do is pull it. And they made that decision to pull, and then we watched the building collapse.